Hello, guys. I hope you're well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about fully funded scholarships, usually masters and PhD, from around the world. So, in case you're new, thanks for joining us. Where have you been? There are lots of materials on this channel on how to get fully funded scholarships. So, look around. I'm sure you'll find something that interests you. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So, today we're going straight to Australia in search of fully funded masters and PhD opportunities. We are at the University of Technology, Sydney, in Australia. And you might ask, how did I get here? It was through a simple Google search. I wouldn't be leaving links in the description box for this video. So just go through Google, type the name of the university or the short form UTS RTP Scholarship, and you're there. So I do not just share links on this channel, I talk you through the application process. So let's begin. So the scholarship is open, as you can see. There is a green light to indicate it is open. It actually opened on the 1st of August, so about a month ago, and it's closing on the 15th of October. Mid October, it would close. So you still have some time. This video will likely come to you on the first day of September, so you still have over a month to put things together. It's for a PhD or a master's by research. That's MRes for 2 years or a PhD for 3.5 years. There's also a link here to the documents you might need or a document you might need to read the terms and conditions of the scholarship. I've gone through it already. Very brief, very straight to the point. The eligibility requirements that you have to apply for one of the research courses. So research, remember, not taught courses, and then you need to fulfill some basic application requirements to make yourself competitive. And then there is something about the stipend. You can see the stipend here is 32,500 Australian dollars. And you also get, I believe, I think there's also health insurance somewhere, I believe. And there is a relocation allowance here. Let's make it a little bit bolder. There's a relocation allowance here and even childcare, I think, here. So just look around. I think you can always read this document on your own. Mine is just to bring it to your notice. So you do the deep reading. So is eligible, as I said, taking one of the masters by research or PhD courses, and make sure you do not have any other scholarship at the same university for the same course. And you'll be assessed by these criteria and talk about your academic merit, so the results you're bringing, the relevance of your research. Do you have publications? If you do not, well, you can always put in there your um, bachelor's thesis or your master's thesis. That's also a publication that has been assessed. And then whether your research aligns with the strengths and the interest of the university. So, how do you apply for the scholarship? You apply for admission and then indicates that you need a scholarship. So, there is no different application process. All you just need to do is to start applying and then tick a box, say yes, as you can say here. Tick yes, rather, if you're interested in a scholarship. And you'll be considered for all the different kinds of research scholarships available, including this RTP scholarship at the University um, of Technology in Sweden, RTP Research Training Program. This scholarship, by the way, is present in most universities in Australia. So just type RTP Scholarship Australia and you get a list of many scholarships. You can always do that here, RTP Scholarship, and to give you a list of different universities offering the scholarship in Australia. So apart from UTS, you can check for other universities, whether Monash or Adelaide or Griffith or the rest of them. So dig around, I'm sure you'll find something. So let's move on. How do you apply for this one? There is a simple how to apply button here. So we'll just consult it and see how do we move along. And then the processes are here. First, you submit an expression of interest form for some departments. So it says there here that some faculties and centers, so not all. So it's good to click on the link to see whether your department or your faculty require an expression of interest form. So it's like a pre-selection form to look at your compatibility with the department. So these are the faculties accepting this expression of interest form. So if your faculty is not here, probably you do not need to submit one. So these are the different faculties accepting, and then there are also templates on how to write the form and what to include, and like the CV and every other thing you need to include, and a summary of a research proposal. You might be worried, how do I write a research proposal? I've never done this before. Do not worry. I'll put a link in the description box of a video I've done on how to write a research proposal. That will help you. A one page, two-page research proposal for now might be sufficient. So let's move forward. Some departments want you to go straight to finding a supervisor. Maybe these ones that we looked at earlier might want you to state your compatibility first before you look for a supervisor. So just look around and see what your own department requires. To find a supervisor, it is a research scholarship. So you're either coming to do a research master's or a PhD. So you need somebody in this university to supervise your research, and that is why you need a supervisor. So how do you find one? I've clicked on the tab, and then lots of info about how to contact a supervisor, what you need to include. So this university is actually quite informative. They've told you of written step by step the things you need to include in the letter to the supervisor in the first place. So you have all the guidance you need if you just take out some time to read through. Yeah. So how do you find a supervisor? Let's click on this tab. And then here you can type your general interest. Let's say climate change. Maybe you're looking for a master's opportunity in climate change. So let's see what comes up. So these are the professors working on issues around climate change. So you could click on one of them or two of them and see which ones research interest align with yours. With their background, you can see the email address here where you can send them an email. You can see their profile, then their research outputs, that's their publications. It's often good to also make references to some of their publications when you're writing them a letter to show compatibility that, oh, I've seen this, your paper. I think it aligns with these area of interest that I'm interested in, or relates to something I've done in the past or something I hope to do in the future, something like that. There's also going to be a video in the description box on how to write a letter to a professor while you're seeking for supervision, seeking for funding. So here you can see even the tab here on teaching and supervision. So click on this and you see the different areas of specialization of this professor. So check around. You might just see a professor that aligns with your area of interest and send him or her an email and you will be fine. So I hope this is clear. Let me quickly see. Um, there's nothing about an agent, by the way, no instruction about applying through an agent. So please apply directly. Do not worry about an agent. You can access the application form directly. For the English language test, I didn't also see anything much about the English language test, but we can find out, right? Let's do that together. English, that should be a capital E, remember. So English test requirements. Let's see what comes up to see whether you need to submit any of those English language tests or not. So let's see. Click on it. As I often say, most of the information you need are just at your fingertips. Just start it out, search it out, and you'll be fine. So this is the regulation on the English language test. I have previously studied the English language. Okay. If you previously studied in English, you satisfy the UTS English if only one of the option below is applicable to you. Okay. I have an assessed qualification undertaken in English. Let's see what this one says. So secondary school. Okay. What about the countries? So if you take like a high school qualification or university qualification in one of these countries, you can get a waiver. And I'm happy to announce that Nigerians, yes, we do not need to submit the English language test. And of course, there are several other countries here that do not need to submit the English test as well. I can see Ghana by this side already. I think is there a Kenya here? Yes, there is Kenya as well. So just check for the other kinds of waivers you can get. Some people you can get a waiver saying, well, most of my courses have been done in English. I wouldn't need to submit an English language test. So go for it and check. And I hope you're as lucky as the Nigerians and the Kenyans and the Ghanaians um, that we saw on the list. And that is it, guys. So dig in, enjoy fully funded masters and PhD at UTS Australia. And you can see the amount here, very generous, 32,500 per annum. And as we saw in the terms and conditions, you can also get relocation fees and I think insurance as well. You can always confirm that. And the course, the duration, 3.5 for a PhD, 2 for a master's. So dig in and I wish you the best. So as usual, guys, we cannot wait to celebrate you. So there are already several videos on this channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So get to work, start putting your documents together, whether it's the US, whether it's Australia, whether it's the UK. Look around, I'm sure there is something waiting for you. Who knows, you might even get multiple scholarships. And that's it for today, and I will see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now.